Yeah, people say they've been waiting here for hours to cast their vote, most of which were turned away due to improper ballots. Now, if you take a look behind me, this is the line that is formed here. The line has moved a bit, but it appears to have no end. At least 15 St. Clair County precincts were affected by this. Some ballots were shipped without State Amendment 1 and Local Amendment 1 being printed on the back. We were told that this was a printing error, and poll workers were not allowed to review copies of the ballots until the polls open on Election Day. Voters I spoke with say they will wait as long as possible to use their right to vote.
I believe everyone here, I've not heard a fuss from anyone about having to wait in lines or anything like that. We've waited in the rain, now we're waiting in the sun, it's getting warmer, but people are wanting to vote for their candidate. They think it's important. This is one of the most important elections, definitely of my lifetime. There's people out here that have voted many more times before me, and they think this is the most important election of their lifetime, and they're here to vote for their candidate, whoever they're voting for.
Again, the city has extended poll hours until 9 p.m. Live in Pell City, Bryce Olsland, WVTM 13.
Bryce, thank you. And watch parties will start kicking off later on tonight, and we will be there when they happen.
For now, we're checking in on turnout in Avondale. Let's head over to WVTM 13's Gladys Bautista.
Hey guys, yeah, when I last saw you guys 30 minutes ago, I can tell you that from then until now, this line has gotten even longer. We're now less than 2 hours from when the polls close. And take a look at this line. This line right now is stretching from the Avondale Public Library, the entrance of it, well into Avondale Park. And the people that I've spoken to here say that they have been in line for an hour and a half, 2 hours. And because this line is getting even longer, it looks like these people might be here until after the polls close tonight. But everybody here saying that their energy is high. They're feeling good. They're happy to be able to do this. We also spoke with the Board of Registrars, who said that they have added another iPad inside to make this process even smoother. But later on, we're going to move across the street where the Alabama Democratic Party will be having their watch party. We have learned that State Representative Terry Sewell is going to be there. She's facing challenger Robin Leidiger for the state's 7th Congressional District, whose boundaries were altered in one of the recent rounds of redistricting. But back out here, these people just say that they're going to wait in line for as long as they can. And one of the reasons that this is like this as well is that someone from the Board of Registrars told me earlier today that what would have typically been another polling location, Avondale Elementary, was not able to be used in this round of elections. So everybody in this area has to come here. And as I said, this line has continued to get longer and longer. People have been coming here after getting off of work. We even spoke to one man who said that he came here at 7 a.m., wasn't able to get in. He went to work and was coming back here to make sure that he can cast his ballot. So a lot is going on here. We're going to stay here and monitor this for you. For now, we want to send it over to Zoe Blair in Alabaster.
All right, we're also keeping an eye on turnout in Shelby County.
Yeah, WVTM 13 Zoe Blair, live in Alabaster, as you just heard. Zoe, what does it look like there?
Yeah, Guy, Brittany, just like Gladys said in Avondale, it is a long line here. If you can't tell by my raincoat, it's actually started to rain, but that is not stopping these voters from coming out to cast their ballot. There are nearly over 100 people, maybe close to 200 still in line. It'll take them, we're hearing it'll take them almost 2.5 hours to get through this line. Now, officials here at Kingwood Church tell me they've already seen close to 7,000 voters today. They told me that about an hour ago, so it's probably even more than that now. They've got people lined up outside, as you can see, and all the way through this church. It even snakes through the aisles of their sanctuary. They're doing everything they can to keep these voters inside and out of the rain. They can't do that completely because of how many people are here. Clark White is the administrative pastor here. Now, he says when they got here to set up the polls before 6 a.m. this morning, people were already camped out waiting for those polls to open. He says they've been working as hard as they possibly can to try and get people in and out as quickly as possible. Sadly, those lines are still extremely long, keeping that from happening completely.
We've been proud to welcome thousands and thousands of our neighbors here in Shelby County. We feel like once they've gotten parked and gotten into our building, things have flowed pretty smoothly. Everybody's been in a great mood inside, and just they're very understanding that you know, exercising our privilege takes time, and they've been very patient.
Now, the polls are going to close in just a couple of hours here, just a little less than 2 hours. But as long as you're in line before 7 o'clock, you will get to cast your ballot. So if you haven't come out yet to cast your ballot, go ahead and get in line. We're going to continue to bring you updates from Shelby County while we wait for those polls to close. Live in Alabaster, Zoe Blair, WVTM 13.